Fourth grade into math lesson 13.6, join and separate angles. I can find the measure of angles that are joined or separated. Step it out. Number one, in following directions to build a model bridge, Rosie cuts a 90-degree angle into two parts. Then she joins the parts to make the whole angle. What can you say about the sum of the measures of the two angles as compared with the measure of the whole angle? Okay, so basically she needs to draw a what first? A 90-degree angle. So we are going to take our straight edge and we are going to draw a ray, which I can't put my protractor here, so I'm going to do my best. Okay, you're going to take your straight edge and draw a ray. Then are you going to turn? How are you going to turn it? I'm going to line my straight edge up, right? Okay, and then I'm going to line my straight edge up with this and put the center right here. And then I'm going to mark, put a little tally mark where 90 degrees is, right? Okay, and then I'm going to turn my straight edge and then draw a line from here. Well, hopefully yours is better than mine because you actually are using a straight edge. But you're going to draw a line from here to here and draw another ray, right? So that angle represented is 90 degrees, correct? Yeah. Okay, so then we need to label our point. What is our angle? ABC, correct? Okay, so I can put A, B, C. What just for sure has to be in the middle? Okay, so then they want us to figure out another point, okay? So you're going to take your straight edge, all right? And then you are going to draw another line in here. So I'm going to make another ray, okay? And then I'm going to put letter G on it, all right? Okay, so now you are going to measure G, B, C and get what your angle measure is. And then you're going to measure A, B, G, okay? And then you guys are going to put right here what those angle measures are. Will everybody have the same angle measure? No, because you didn't measure out where they were going to be first, right? Okay. Now, you could have put your protractor up there, okay? Now, we could go ahead and do that and have the same thing. Okay, so we went ahead and decided to draw our first angle for G at 55 degrees. So angle GBC is 55 degrees. And then we knew our total angle for ABC was 90 degrees. So 90 minus 55 is 35. So, like we just said, 55 degrees plus 35 degrees equals our total of 90 degrees. So Rosie can find the measure of each new angle by, what did she measure those with? A what? Protractor. By measuring with a protractor. Number 2, step it out. Use the measure of each angle in the circle to write an equation that shows how the angles join together. Use the protractor to find the measure of each angle. Okay, so we also know that how much is the circle? How many degrees? The full way around? 360, right? Okay, remember when we did the fractions and we found the angle? Okay, we took it, the fraction, or what it was equal to 360 to find our degree, okay? So what we need to do is all of these parts should equal what? 360. They gave us one that's already pretty easy. What's PMO? What's the measure of angle PMO? 90 degrees, because that little box represents 90 degrees, right? Okay. So we know one of them is 90 degrees. Okay, so we used our protractor, we extended out P, we extended out N, and then we measured those angles. So what did we get for LMP, guys? 150 degrees. And then what did we get for LMN? 65 degrees. And what did we get for NMO? 55 degrees. And then we decided we went ahead and added those up to check ourselves, and that got us how many degrees? 360 degrees. So then that let us know we were accurate in our measurements. Number 3, the sum of two angles is 135. One angle measures 45. What is the measure of the other angle? So what are we going to do first? What is our total measurement? Is 135. Okay, this one was 360, yes, because it was a circle. Is this going to be a circle? No, it would just be an obtuse angle, right? Okay, because 135 degrees. Okay, what is one of the angles? 45 degrees. So what am I going to do? So 135 minus 45. So 5 minus 5 is 0. This 3 becomes a 13, and this becomes a 0. 13 minus 4 is 9. Okay, so the other angle is 90 degrees. Okay, so check understanding. Add to find the measure of angle ABC. Write an equation to record your answer. So they want to find ABC. So they want to find the total angle of that. Okay, so they already told us we're going to add. So what are we going to do? Add. So 46 degrees plus what? 34 degrees equals, what is 4 plus 6? 10. So put a 0, mentally carry the 1. 4 plus 3 is what? 7 plus 1 is 8. So what is the measure of AB? 80 degrees. Number 2, given line QS, what is the measure of angle QRT? So our QRS is what kind of angle? A straight angle. How, or what is the degree for a straight angle? 180 degrees. And they want to know what just this part right here is, right guys? Yeah. So what am I going to do? 180 plus. If I do 180 plus, am I going to get bigger than 180? Yeah. Is this 180? No, it needs to be smaller, so I need to subtract. Subtract what? 85. So this becomes a 10. Can I take 8 from 7? Nope. So this becomes a 17, and this becomes a 0. So 10 minus 5 is what? 5. 17 minus 8 is what? 9. So, oh, my degrees. So it's 95 what? Would 95 plus 85 equal 180? Yes. Well, that's what we can check ourselves. On your own, number 3, reason angle QRS is a straight angle. So if QRS is a straight angle, guys, what is that? How many degrees? 180 degrees, right? Without measuring, could the measures of angle QRP and PRS be 70 degrees and 15 degrees? So they're saying that this could be 70 degrees and this could be 115 degrees. Could that be a possibility, yes or no? Yes. No. Why not? Because if I add 115 plus 70, what do I get? I don't get 180, I get what? 185. And so would that work? No. Okay, because 185 is more than 180, so those angles cannot be measured, those degrees, correct? Okay, so we just talked about that. You want to write it. You do have to write what I did, right? Okay. All right, number 4, reason angle BCD is a straight angle. Once again, what's the straight angle? 180 degrees. Without measuring, could the measures of BCE, so BCE right here, they're saying would be 162 degrees. Oh, 162 degrees. And then they're saying this angle right here would be 18 degrees for ECD. So could that work? So if I added 162 plus 18, what would I get? Would I get 180? Yes. So could those be the angle measures for those angles? Yes, because added together, they both equal what? 180 degrees. Use a protractor to find the measure of each angle. Label each angle with its measure. Then write the sum of the angle measures as an equation. Okay, so first of all, we have to find the angle measure of one of the sections, right? Okay, so we used our protractor to measure those. What was the measure of the first angle? This first one was 70, right? And then what was the measure of the other angle? 80. So then we did 70 plus 80 degrees equals 150 degrees. Okay? What was our measure of our first angle for 6? 30 degrees. What was the measure of our other angle? So 30 plus 50 is what? 80 degrees. 80 degrees. And you can kind of tell it's not quite a 90-degree angle, right, guys? Okay. Number 7, add to find the measure of the angle. Write an equation to record your work. So they want the measure of URS. So what am I going to do? 70 degrees plus what? Do I have to use my protractor on this? Yeah. 70 plus what? 85 equals 155 degrees. Okay. The sum of the two angles measures 155. So this whole thing right here measures 155 degrees. And then they said CAB is 110. So they want to find DAC. So what am I going to do? 155 minus 110. So 5, 4. So what does it equal? 45 degrees. Okay, we're going to go ahead and mark off number 9 just to save us some time. Okay. Use the protractor to find the measure of each angle. Label each angle with its measure. Write the sum of the angle measures as an equation. So what should all of these come up to? 360. HGJ is a what? Straight line. So we automatically know it's what? 180 degrees. Okay, so now we do need to take our protractor and figure out what HGI. Okay, so measure of angle HGG was 180 because it was a straight line. So then we took our protractor, extended out I, and what was the measure of HGI? 140. And then we knew that that was a straight angle. So we took 180 minus 140. We didn't even have to measure it, right? For the last one. And what did we get? 40. So 180 degrees plus 140 degrees plus 40 degrees got us 360 degrees. Okay. On number 11, they were really nice and basically they already gave us QRU and told us those are what? Right angle, so 90 degrees. And URT is also a right angle, so 90 degrees. We then extended out S, used our protractor to measure QRS. What did we get there? 120 degrees. And once again, we knew QRT was a straight angle, which is 180. So 180 minus 120 left us with 60 degrees. So 90 degrees plus 90 degrees plus 120 degrees plus 60 degrees gets us 360. Okay.